Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Hello independent man, Jay. Hey, nice to see you. So it's going to be a quick stream, I think, today. There's not a lot of updates. Anyway, there's not a lot of change from since last week. So I'm gonna quickly quickly put the context in again. But if you want more about the macro or mid-time frame count, just, make sure that you've seen the last week live. It was a bit more complete. So right now, what do we have? Well, just clearly we have a move down as trend, a trend down, a corrective move up, and a trend down. So what we want to connect these two and finish something. So we just put our fib to see the potential target here in log scale, because, well, in such envergure, if you take linear scale, you quickly see that there is no sense in it. Here the 161.8 will be at like minus 10k. So yeah, that's why I just favor the log scale fib on the downtrend like this. Even if you see that we did get a 0.618 here as a nice bounce. So what do we want? We want to see 1 extension, of course, is a nicest target we can get, up to the 161.8 extension. Anywhere between these two, it can remain corrective. If we start to go past the 161.8, well, we are fucked. I mean, yeah, if we were to see a big downtrend. Now, if we zoom in a bit, basically the same thing. What do we connect? Well, we have trend down, more or less sideways in a downtrend, and an acceleration down again. So what can this be? Well, it can be an ABC, of course, or a 1, 2, 3. Especially, I'm gonna put this in a log scale again. So we may have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. But considering the count I see as having the first leg here, correction here, and a subwave 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, and 5. So yes, to finish, where is it here? To finish a 1, 2, 3, wherever it is, for another correction, and a fifth, maybe either. So anyway, what is this thing we're pretty sure of, or we can be pretty confident about, is that whatever happened here is most likely corrective. I don't think we find a low here. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's very unlikely. So now the question remains, is the correction was just this and we continue down for lower low, or you can see we have a move up again and a sideways here. So in theory, if we look at this just from this simple trend point of view, we have an impulse, a consolidation. So we should expect another impulse to finish a three move up, knowing that this can come into more of the trend. Correction, it can be consolidation sideways, or correction if it retraces more. I would say currently I'm really remain split in between. I'm not sure we have enough strength to go for a locally higher high. I kind of have a gut feeling that we will breach that 25,400 low before breaching our current high, but yeah, definitely possible. Yeah, everything too small again, sorry, I forget. I'm gonna reset on zoom. I'll try to give the level for sure. First to fire, Jenny, get fucked, Brevert, nice team, and Senti is here as well. Nice to see you. So yeah, for now that's what we got. So we can zoom in a bit more. For me, I'm focused on this potentially being the beginning of a larger range. So I'm looking for secondary test. We have a clear selling climax on this last leg down. Pretty clear preliminary support here. We have volume and the first slowdown on this big downtrend. Now a secondary test can be a higher low or low low. It depends. Two might happen, so it can fulfill the proposed scenario of here having a subway 4 and we are going for a 5th. Then we'll have a secondary test as a low low, or an incomplete correction still, meaning that we're still in correction. We stay inside the range here on this move down and potentially breaching the high for a little uptrust, find a bit more liquidity. It's possible. We have significant selling pressure today, so I'm gonna try to break down a bit the potential count here. I'm taking this from the first, from the last leg we have here. We're pretty clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's always the same thing. Elliott, try to see if you have really 3 move or if you have a big move in the middle and clear 5 moves. And here clearly it looked like 5 waves. So it cannot be corrective alone, but knowing that this retrace here, or this move down here, it sweeps a low, but not a lot. It could be part of a flat. I take here the high of this move, see we retrace between to the 123. So potentially being part of a flat like this, A, B, C. Either this, especially in case we breach low. Otherwise, what can we have? I just want to keep things clear. Yeah, I'm starting with this because we have a big move right now, but otherwise if we keep this low, we can still be in a 1, 2 and going for the high. What I was looking for potential of sweeping of these lows, especially as we are entering the weekend, so that's where we can get a bit of freaky move, quote, meaning taking the stops and reversing still. So if we go, for example, to the golden pocket here, we can have an A, all of this being the B, still a C coming to the golden pocket. And in that case, we can still connect this first three move. And in case we have a 4 with some degree of wave 4 that is finished at the 31,500, because it's possible. The sub counter is not the most clear here, but we can fit some kind of ABC or WXY. Last leg being a bit short, but that happened a lot in a strong trend, especially in downtrend. And so yes, if we have a wave 4 that is finished here, we're going for lower low, then I would see a 1-2 maybe, like this. The flat become a wave 2 instead of a wave B, which could mean, well, we are into wave 3. Knowing that the minimum target for wave 3 that we should expect would be the 161.8. So about our current low, 26,750. Potentially to 61.8. That's the two main target we'll look for wave 3. So 261.8 going down to the 24,300 for 5. So yeah, yes, that's what we got. Now let's shift a bit on the smaller time frame. You see already pretty clearly the volume we got here. It got more the characteristic of a wave 3 than a corrective move, of an impulsive move than a corrective move. We are really increasing volume on the way down. It's significant. So it doesn't look like we are doing a wave 1-2 right now. We pass the 161.8. So the 161.8 target, maximum target in theory for wave C. We breach POC, 786. So it feels a bit weak that we went so low right now. Overall, that doesn't mean we cannot get a nice bounce from this, because obviously we might be in a subwave 3 of some kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, look correct as a here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe just sweep the previous low. Yeah, that would be possible. We have a bit decreasing volume here, so clearly we have a nice 3-5 potential, and we have divergence at 5 minutes. So locally on this little move, I can still see a nice bounce here. And this, especially if you're trying to catch long on this, if you did catch a long, a nice exit, but I will expect a low at some point, personally. Let me shift back on a 1 hour here, just to see where I was. Yeah, so I'm taking this leg down with this move up, and let's take this 5. So here we got, the 1-1 extension coming just above golden pocket, so below our 2 previous lows, so breaking the 28,600 and targeting the lower 28k. So that seems reachable. I mean, if we are finishing a wave 3 here, yeah, definitely. Can see how this could develop like this. Depend on but pretty confident that we will have nice liquidity below these two lows. So yeah, still potential for long on a next major swing fair pattern. I can delete this, delete this, delete this. And I can take back the fib extension tool. Yeah, it depends on the exchange where we are. No difference. Just trying to think if we are going for a higher high, where is most likely, where we have the most confluence. You can see we have a naked POC here at just aligning with the 4-hour level and the golden level at here 27,900 on the aggregated spot chart. Yes, that's from the low, from the high on USDT contracts. Maybe I could move this to here. Make more sense. Verify. Yes, and still is the same. Bit different. 28 between 28,400 and 28,200 on USDT contract. That's definitely where I would prefer to try to catch along. It's a bit wide, knowing that still we may stay in true corrective until 161.8, so that's almost a low. Knowing that we are entering the weekend right now, I prefer the major wave pivot to be print during weekday, during the open of the future markets, CME, etc. So that's especially why I'm considering still these two to potentially be corrective. No, I believe there will be a nice liquidity also above if we can just take this low and get a nice bounce. I'm pretty sure the market will easily turn back bullish. It was a pretty bullish during this consolidation with not really a lot of legitimate reason. Well, there's a few, because we have on the higher time frame, we are still in a swing fair pattern of our range here. Of a big range since last year. And at the end of the day, we didn't really close below. Well, we did have a close 2 days ago, but so that's surely look with a capitulation volume. Surely look like a good opportunity. At the same time, I don't know. The other day I was looking at the trending time on Twitter, and well, now there's different stuff, but it was trending bullish. Bullish was trending, but it was turning bullish again really quickly. A lot of comments. IK sharp. Okay, good. You're talking together. Now only longs getting stopped out. No aggressive shorts yet. Is that so? Why are you slow? Missing data here. Overall, I see aggressive short a bit. Okay, well, let it slow a bit. And here on yeah, aggregated spot, you can see how you get heavy selling volume. Not a 5-minute close. I will say green, white, not a white close since yeah, 2 p.m. UTC. And big volume. We have an increase of short 23. I made it. Make it. 81 negative delta, 81 million. 45 million of sell from big traders, which is close of long and squeeze of long most likely, and increase of shorts. And from the high, mostly. Or from the low. Okay, let's take this on. I'm trading you, that will be more simple. Let's take a volume profile. Yeah, most of the volume was at the top here. And this done trade here right now. Here. Yeah, we might squeeze a bit of them. They make a real. But overall, we most likely gonna break the low at some point. So that's pretty much it right now. Yeah, overall, I say, yeah, title is trade the trend and trade the range. Overall, our trend is down. We have established a lower time frame range, which is more sideways. You see how we just balance from value high and value low. So if we get a deviation, you can get more confirmation after you see a nice reversal. Then you get the retest, and you can potentially target at least the POC, potentially range high again, and potentially high. At the same time, if we just get a flush down to the golden pocket, well, still it doesn't change. Can become a lower deviation. $27,500 wave C asking. Yes. Potentially A, B, C. I would say 27,850 here on spot. And I say seems to be 27,400 on the USDT contract. We have really disparity between exchanges right now. So my aggregated chart is nothing that exists because there is a mix of USDT and USD. And there is really but there's a difference between a lot of exchanges right now. So on Bybit USD, it's 27,500, yeah. So 27,500 on USD, and why it's 8,400 in USDT. Yeah, a big difference. It's level, right? And it's slower. The consolidation. I guess because the low is really, it's the low, it's the one that is really different. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I said maybe we made a 1-2, and so here don't mean we cannot get a nice bounce after taking this liquidity, because West3 should extend lower, but it can extend, so making a 1-2 potentially, and keep in the range before continuing down, making a lower high. We'll see. There's one thing I made is pretty sure is to take this as a flat, especially because this high is a bit different again between exchanges. I think there's only Bybit, maybe BitMEX or other derivative that made a higher high here at 30k 700. Most of the exchange made a lower high, but it means it cannot be a 1-2 here. So it makes more sense to take all that range as a correction. A, B, C. That's what makes more sense across everything. Let me check maybe just on Bybit where is POC, so I'll make sure of the naked POC. Shows a lower target since we have really different prices. Yeah, 27,500, 27,800. And oh, yeah, interesting. USDT contract more volume at the low. And that's the one that made a higher low, right? Yes. That's interesting. You see the difference. If I can maybe pull the two charts side by side. Where are we here? Come on. 30 minutes would be more precise. What? Yeah, that's it. You see the difference. USDT made a higher high at 26. I made a low at 26,500, while USD contract made a low at 25,200. So it's more than $1,000 of difference. And there was a lot more volume at the low, which means that USDT order, I've been positioned on long here. I've been absorbing the drop a lot, which is what we saw on Magic Spread as well, also on spot market, because we saw this big premium here on spot market. By the way, yeah, Magic Spread is still red, still green, I mean. So overall, I still believe we are into an accumulation range forming. FTX is also mostly at a premium, so it seems that again there's also big bull whales at FTX. We know that defending the market as well. Here we have a slight premium on derivative at the top here. There was a bit of FOMO, something that we saw by funding starting to go heavily significantly positive during the move in the 30k yesterday and this morning. Coinbase is mostly flat, a bit negative. Seems that Coinbase have been selling a bit. Either way, I show this to the crew, so most of you, but just a few updates on the on-chain data. Is the one up to date? No. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna find it back quickly. Well, still, there is this from yesterday, yes. One important data being the 1,000, 10,000 Bitcoin wallets orders that have overall decreasing into this range. So what we have been able to see the past few months, years, have been the driver of the market. So it suggests still a lower low until they accumulate greatly. So here we have capitulation. Yes, we know about that. Funding is average of funding is still mostly flat. We should take a 2 weeks average. We have negative funding locally, but not been long enough to suggest really a reversal. And here we can see there is mostly retails that have been buying overall on the on-chain data. So retails and Bitfinex, to make things clear. Bitfinex have been buying heavily, that's for sure. But retails, which is under 10 BTC, so 10 BTC is already a big retail, but yeah, that's the one that have been buying the dip the most, so maybe a bit early. What? I didn't want to exit this. All of this to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure the low is not in yet. I don't believe into big capitulation. I'm really interested into this 1-1 level. So here in the trading view index, it is at 23,000. This is really the level I'm interested in overall. And locally, as soon as we make a lower low on this range, sorry, I'm gonna take this chart. I should really find a way to flip this chart. I feel it's confusing. I know where I am, but yeah. Yeah, as soon as we take the low of May 12, I will need to be able to count something. And I want to be able to count 5 waves and have a bit of confluence with divergence, oversold on 4 hour, etc. Especially, yeah, just taking RSI, you know. Simple indication, but probable that we will reach oversold again in the move. And you want to see a 1 hour reversal locally on the last 5 waves you can read between the 3 and the 5th. potentially say, yeah, okay, we got a low. I would not necessarily buy as soon as we break our current low, because I'm not sure. I know I have potential target just, you know, with this count we have potential target just below the low, at just a tick below, especially if we take our target for wave 3 of a 261.8 on a log scale. Ooh. $261.8 is really a tick below the current low, but at the same time it could flush more hardly. We know we have stocks that are in a iffy situation still. We know we are expecting at some point. That's thing that make me doubt a bit, that make me prudent about really definitely saying we are reversing here. I'm really leaning to this. I'm confident about it, but knowing what I'm expecting for stock, I say, okay, it's not impossible that we're going to see a big capitulation. So I don't want to be too aggressive. Obviously, I'm looking more for long here, holding shorts, and I'm looking more for long, and especially if we take the low. But always there is a lot of prudence and not too much attempt after knife catching. Oh yeah, and stock here. Where is this? Well, stock. We also have TXY that is suggesting potential for a reversal, because locally here on the daily chart, so since January of last year, we have something that looked like a pretty clean 5 waves up. We did reach the target we are looking for last move up a few weeks back. We did get it. We reached a target for potential 5th. We have overbought condition here on daily. Let me check on the weekly time frame. We have overbought condition on the weekly. We did take the high of January 17 and March 20. So really we have nice potential for correction here. Before potentially continuing higher, I'm not especially sure. Yeah, what we got in this, it's really depend on the geopolitical situation anyway, so I'm not aware of what will happen in the next few months. The one who pretend to be aware is a bit pretentious. But overall, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. So could we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to return a bit higher? Yeah. Overall, locally, we have a good potential for a reversal here, which could lead to a reversal for Bitcoin and stock. And stock quite heavily making a lower low currently. Wow. Yeah, just happening right now. So you probably know as well. Overall on stock, I'm leaning really bearish on the 150 years time frame, knowing that I'm reading. I mean, that's a account I have, but many logicians and economists are looking at a similar thing. So around that, we'll go into recession here. We have really decreasing volume, you see, between the wave 3, between the 4 and 5, like, on the 5th wave here, on the red 5th wave, decreasing volume. We have, well, yeah, we are pumping just on the money printer. Now the question for me locally remained, did we finish this white 5th on the red, or do we have one more leg up? And that's where I think both are possible still. We need to be able to count 5 waves in this move. And we'll know soon where do we get an invalidation of this still be a subwave 4 and we have one last move up. I think I made a count on the futures here. Yeah. At the count I have right now from March low, COVID low, where is proposed higher degree wave 4. I'm reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the wave 1, 1, 2, and potentially wave 3, especially just looking at the target, we reach the 1-1 extension. The 161.8, so a good target for wave 3. And internally, yeah, we can do 1, 2, 3 somewhere, 4, 5. The true invalidation for this being here, where we had our POC here, the top of wave 1. You know, this cannot be a wave 4 if we overlap wave 1. Now, we are already on the 50% retracement. We already made, here we go, bit past the 1-1. So if we want this to be corrective, I would want to see reverse pretty soon. If we are entering into the big bear market recession I'm envisaging for the future, well, at any point we can see a capitulation and acceleration. That's what we should see at the point. We are already quite heavily down on stock, in fact. We are down on 20% down. So at some point, yeah, we can see any acceleration. What is the level marked with the red box? A monthly order block. So yeah, that's a good point. And validation being the top of wave 1. But yeah, going past, if we lose this order block here, it would look quite weak already. So yeah, I think yeah, stock need to wake up a bit here. And sometime you will see people saying, yeah, stock is making a lower low, while Bitcoin is making a higher low. This is bullish. Decorrelation, blah 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 blah. So you got a nice shot for a nice move up. Bitcoin is even rising now. Let's go all in. And you got your corrective move, your liquidity, and you can move back down. I am just speculating on growth sentiment here, but you know, at the same time, nothing say that Bitcoin couldn't just start to moon like crazy, well, stock just crash. I believe at some point we'll have a strong decorrelation. But yeah, for now we can keep on that. We have a potential for Abyssal on the USD and the XY. We have quite oversold condition in stock, so we can expect a reversal for the rest. Now, at the same time, even if this is starting a correction, the XY, you see we may have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can still bounce back. Just a bit surprised by stock going so down today. So yeah, we'll see. I guess I'm gonna finishing this here. I guess the plans are pretty clear. We have, yeah, still a long opportunity and several ones. But holding short tight, we are in a downtrend overall. So short in profit should be kept open, in my opinion, while taking profit still, but that's what I'm doing, at least. And reposition more on the long side if you get strength and you lower target. Overall, that only when we get a sweep of that low that I will flip back to be more long. That's the plan. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that stream gonna stay quick. I didn't show the data. Yeah, no, but anyway, I cover the most important, I believe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, thanks everybody. See you soon, and trade safe in the meantime. Bye.